evening. Back in the country. Oh my god, look at this. It smells like fucking heaven. Ah, feels so good to be back listening to the birds. And what a day. What a fucking day. 8 hours of traveling, and this was not planned. I will not take the glasses off because my eyes are really sensitive to screens right now after, traveling all day and taking on all the auras. But I think I'm not even sure if I'm gonna keep this live stream up. So I will be waiting until a couple of you are on, and I see already some projector potency clients are on. Wow, the birds are really bringing it on. So there is a message that probably you need, very possibly, most likely you need to hear today. And I just had to come on. And I felt it in my throat, like they need to hear this. It's like a physical, when you're so informed principled, and it's like a physical thing. It's like you're hungry, you need to eat. When you're thirsty, you gotta drink. And when you have to say something to say, and you have to let just the message be the message, and it can be messy. This is the first message. Like there will be, it's kind of a ginger sermon. When it comes to church, to Ginger Church, say hi if you're watching this live. Yeah, bring it on, Chris. I love it that you're always on. Like I love that energy so much. So, you know, this day was so kind of very intense with the energy and the people. And, there was something where I felt contraction. Like I felt really fucking calm after coming back. I'm like, yeah, okay, kind of Munich is complete. I come back. But you know what? There was something off. I always felt that there was something between how I live my life, what I'm creating, the clients I'm working with, the work that I'm doing, the work that I'm here to bring, and this bigger step. And then there was something in the way how I delivered it, how I wanted to bring it across, how I want to guide others into their success that felt lately a little bit too tight, too small. And I had a conversation with my coach, my private mentor, and I'm working with her since 1.5 years. Hello and welcome, everyone. So I'm just sitting here still in my pants. It's so hot I had to go outside with you all, but I definitely don't want to take the glasses off because I want to keep this more as a riff and not any way going into certain guidance. Anytime I have mountain view, and so whenever I see someone and I catch their names, I'm like right away into certain things that I see that I can, potential possibility view is kind of as well. Mountain environment gives a bigger perspective. So anyhow, I will let this be the message that you need to hear. Definitely something that will expand you, because we're all in this evolution, and we all find ourselves at a certain point at the edge. And hi Nicole, you might be at the edge right now. And so I felt the last weeks definitely a desire to have a more stable foundation in my business to make bigger leaps. And so what I was working on a lot was structure, cleaning things up, decluttering, focusing on letting the main thing be the main thing, especially for projectors. But I also find that with my money gen clients and sacral clients is when there's too many not self topics in your life, or offers, or clients, or things that gets your energy and attention, you get distracted, and you even create competition within your business. Like you create offers that are competitive amongst each other or amongst potential clients. Like, this is a different riff that, I could go down so many rabbit holes. But what I noticed with myself was that there was a tightness in how I bring it across. And why I said just fuck the shoulds was that I noticed, the biggest contraction I felt lately not anymore in the way how I live my life. This unapologeticness around my desires and my wants. I'm so good at this. I embody it, and especially Munich, expanded me in the way that I did it just for myself. I just went there because I wanted, and I had, you will not believe that, but I had a lot of projections from other people, my family, some friends, even my best friend who I went to consultancy with. He's like, "What are you doing? What is the reason?" Like, however, wanted me to explain myself. Well, no, I'm just doing what the fuck I want. But when it then came to, the way how I created my success, also very unapologetic, but then the way how I wanted to scale and create more success with this desire of foundation and decluttering and focusing, I noticed, I fall back into certain, when we fall back into certain not self patterns of looking how other successful people are doing it, or even common mainstream or strategies, tactics, practices that have been working for a while, but we're in this cross of planning. So there are certain ways, modalities. Hello, gorgeous! I'm so excited to see more people coming on here. Oh my God, so many people. Hello. Welcome, welcome. You need to hear this. Fuck the shoulds. Who is ready to fuck this, to get unboxed? And fuck the shoulds. Let me know in the comments if this is you, if this is resonating with you. Because definitely, I noticed I got very, very unapologetic about how I want to live my success, and projectors are here to live in a completely different way. Like I said today in my post, other people call that lazy, or I always heard like, yeah, you never get things done, you're not productive, you're wasting time. Hi, hello, and welcome. So this is definitely something that I had to build resistance and fucking resilience on. Defined egos are definitely about that. But when it then came to, I want to grow my business bigger because I want to reach more people. I have such a fucking big vision for what I want to be known for and who I want to reach, and especially supporting projectors and building their business, because we're here as really the leaders and guides for 2027. We need to be in our power. We need to get our message out there, and I'm like, my gift is to bridge the gap between the human design, advanced mechanics, and all this knowledge, and then really building a successful business based on that, because so many projectors know about the design, but they're still running their business the old way, and they will always hit a cap of exhaustion, of income, of scalability. And so I know that this is my gift. But what I noticed is that I tended to look at how can I make this bigger, and then defaulting back into strategies and trying to really also have a pattern of I have to be better. The ego is about improvement, and how can I be better? How can I be a better mentor? How can I be a better teacher, bring this better across? If things are not working, what do I need to change? What can I do differently? Yeah, always this doing mode is still there in all of us. Like, who resonates with us? Like, when things are not working, then we always ask, okay, what can I do differently? Tell me, what shall I do? While it is not never about what we do. You can do what the fuck you want, but it's always about the intention and the energy behind it. If any action comes from the not self, nothing works. And if any action comes from the inspired authority and guidance, anything works that your authority tells you, guides you towards. And so I feel that a lot of, with this Saturn retrograde going on right now, everybody goes like, okay, I want more structure. I want to be more mature. I want to, have the strategy and have it nailed down and know what is working for me. And I want to say, you know what? Something is working for you, and then at the next day it doesn't work anymore because you have outgrown it. And so if you don't evolve and don't give yourself the permission, the flexibility, also expectation that things will not work, even if they have been working and have been aligned, because you're outgrowing it, then you actually build your own box, put the lid on, and keep yourself capped. And so this is what I have felt. I'm like, fuck, I want to be like, the second line is such a perfectionism as well. And a German thing as well. And then I'm so dedicated with the ego into the ego loves to work, but there's also detriment in it. And so I was sitting there today. I'm like, I feel so contracted in how I bring this new thing into the big thing, this bigger than it ever was, into the world. Something is off. Something is fucking off. And so I was sitting with it, and it always sits with it until I would talk with my mentor, because projectors, we cannot see ourselves. We cannot see ourselves, okay? So we all need a mentor. And I see all my clients here, right? We get it. We get it. Like there is nothing that our aura can see yourself. How? It doesn't work. It fucking doesn't work. It's just geometry. So, but any other type cannot, because you cannot respond to your own bullshit generators. Or you cannot initiate yourself manifesto. It has to come from something external. So, however, I was sitting in the train, and then it was brewing and brewing. It was completely hot. And then in the park, the moment my body was in nature and I was on a call and was moving my body, I'm like, I want to break free. I want to break free from what the fuck do I need to break free? Because I feel like free. I feel like I can do everything kind of like I want to do. But then there was this moment where I was like, oh my God, in order to grow, in order to scale, I defaulted back into, okay, how? Looking at successful coaches, looking at strategies. Okay, I'm really good at this embodiment and this, unapologetically of owning to live my way, to live my projector life. And also, yes, run my business about, but how do I get to the next level? Then this is also new. I haven't done it before, but this will resonate with all of you, because there's always the next level, no matter what you are. Even if you're at zero, there's the next level. Even if you are 7 figures, there's the next level. And you have never done it before, and this is why we created. So we're not asking how, we actually have to ask, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. But the thing is that there's always also a not self that comes up, and the not self will resist. The not self will resist that you trust yourself more. That's the point. It all comes down to mastering and refining your authority and trusting yourself. And you have to fuck all the shoulds that your not self is telling you should be doing it. And so I was sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, I am so unapologetic about the way how I live it and how I create my day and how I run my business. But in the way how I want to grow it and scale it, I get fucked up. And I put myself in a little box, and I wanted to make it perfect, and I wanted to check all the boxes. Perfect in the way, not to please anyone, not to follow anyone, but perfect for my own not self mind to find security and clarity, especially clarity in, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then I go and I feel safe, I know what I do, and I can sit down, and I feel that then it will work. Then I will have the results with the clarity. The clarity doesn't bring the results, action does. Yeah. And so the moment where I thought I'm going to do all the things that will help me do it. So sitting down, writing the post, mapping it all out, breaking it all down, especially the post. I'm very unapologetic here, especially the post that I wrote about announcing the 5 key pillars. I break it all down. I'm so good at it. I have a defined Anja. I'm so good at breaking it down, conceptualizing the 5 key pillars that I'm going to teach in the projector, the 6-figure projector coach class. What is required, what is actually required to build a successful projector business. I will break it all down in that class. But what I noticed, and this was the thing that kind of let this whole thing explode today, I felt so into my old self, pressed and compressed back into this, okay, I'm very good at doing this. I'm really actually fucking good at doing these things. but it does not give me the feeling of success. It cannot give me the feeling of success anymore because I've outgrown it. So, and I actually don't want to teach it. And it doesn't light me up. It is really, I felt bitterness coming up. I'm like, fuck, what is going on here? And so what I realized is that the unapologeticness about the strategy that I own, that I do and live for myself, and how I work with my clients cannot be replicated or taught or even scaled in a way by following a strategy that they say is even an app is telling me, or other coaches are telling me, or the people who are so good in doing content are doing it, because I have an undefined throat. It really takes a lot from work, like really a lot of work to capture one sentence, and unless the sentence comes out through my transmitter in a live stream, and then there it is. The transmitter, the 4426, is really more about headlining. But this headline comes intuitively from the spleen. It doesn't come from the defined head and third eye. And I have a wide split. So that takes a lot. And that's why I go out in the cafe to do this, to do the work, so that I have a more connection to my spleen, but it's still work. And I actually do not want to work anymore to scale my business. Do you get what I mean? So I'm like, fuck, if this feels like work, something is off. And so I'm working through it. I'm like, okay, you know what? The unapologeticness about how I create the strategy was missing. So I'm living it already, but when I want to break it down and put it into a strategy, then I thought I'm gonna follow more others, but it's actually doing and figuring out what works for you, unapologetically owning that pathway to success and scaling that, and not defaulting back into, oh, I need to scale by using some other person's amplifier. And so I was like, I'm so unapologetic about the way how I want to live success and how projectors define success, because projectors are here to really unapologetically always, bring an elevated perspective into your field of expertise. So whatever your field of expertise is, it's not about, I'm inspiring you. In German, I would say, oh, ich gebe dir meinen Impuls. Like, ich könnte es kotzen kriegen, wenn ich das höre. So, oh, danke für den Impuls. And I don't give impulses. I don't give inspiration. Like, I'm here to motivate, to get you into action, to trust yourself more, to own unapologetically this. And it's all about this deep, deep trust that makes you go bigger and take action and really create that for yourself, so that you feel your version of success and have your lifestyle and your business. And so what I'm good at is breaking it all down and being the consultant, and telling you all the things and teaching it and doing what I thought I'm going to do in the workshop, doing the business audit, and telling you and doing an analysis of where are the gaps and what do you need to align in your business so that you can scale. But you know what? We're going to do it totally differently. So if you're already signed up, be very excited, because you will get in the hot seat, and I'm going to pull that out of you, what you really want to do. Because the thing that I do with my clients most is that they come to me and say, you know what, actually, I want to do this in my business. I want to work with this type of client, or I want to talk about these offers, or I'm really good at doing this with my clients, but I have no idea how to do this online, or how to scale that offer, or how to bring more people in it, or, actually be more offline and still have the sales. And what I do, possibility view, and with this ego is, no, there is no, there is only yes, and I see right away the solution. So we craft the strategy, and here's the entire point of this riff. There is no strategy, no external other people's strategy to follow to scale your own version of your business. That doesn't work. That was the dead end that I discovered today. It is only your what is scalable is your signature, period. And what fuels your signature is the strategy. There is strategy in your alignment. That's it. So actually, it is vice versa. It's not following a strategy so that you find more freedom. It's looking at your definition. It's really unapologetically owning that pathway, and then figuring out what is working for you, and scaling that. So when my clients are there, and this is what I'm so good at, is to tell me what you want to do, and we create the strategy for it. That's it. So I cannot teach you a strategy if I don't know what you want. So I had a call here with I must become the mentor of a friend of yours. Definitely. Oh, Tanya. Of course. Just, yeah, invite me to him. So the point is, if you still are not signed up for next week's workshop, this might be a good point to consider that and trust yourself. I always say trust yourself because next week I will pull that out of you. I will pull out of you what you want to do, how you want to really grow your business, what do you want to talk about, how you want to feel, not just the lifestyle. I really and we go strategic in terms of the offers, the marketing, and all that. And I noticed that for myself, I'll give you a very and then we can create a strategy for it because there's always a pathway. For example, I hate sitting down and writing slides, these carousel slides. I know they land, and I did it today, but actually it's not my genius. My genius is being on here and riffing. So my strategy is to do that more, to get into the energy, to be inspired so that I go live and I'm in that energy, and that is scalable. That is scalable. And so the next thing, the tactical, strategical is I gotta give that to my team. They will pull out the riffs. We turn it into Instagram reels. We turn it into quotes for carousels. We turn it into something where I have an invitation and they can continue working. Then I can conceptualize and strategize something. But sitting down and writing a post, like, how does it feel to you? I need to recognize something. I need to be recognized. Like, this is my strategy. Tanya is just texting me on WhatsApp parallelly. It's like, you're amazing, Tanya. I love my projector clients. So yeah, this is my stage, absolutely. And here's the thing for projectors. You never, it's not about how I do it. I'm just modeling it. And so for you projectors, be very aware that whatever you do and whatever is working for you, nobody fucking cares actually, because all that they care is what you can guide them towards. So even if you're super good at mindset because that works for you, it doesn't work for anyone else. If you're really good at, shifting into your identity, that's great for yourself. It's your genius. But it only helps you to be more correct. The more you have to live your strategy and have your business structures and everything supporting that you can be more in your correctness and be a better guide, period. Period. So that you can see others in your entire marketing needs to shift from this is how I do it and this is what you should be doing to what you see in them. What do you see in your clients? So in order to be able to correctly see, everything needs to be aligned so that you work correctly, that you feel free, that you don't feel contracted. So that's why I say, where you should. Share in the comments, what do you think you should be doing in your business? We need to unpack that and unbox it. And I know I have to be a little bit quiet because it's getting late. But what are we going to do next week is, yes, I break down these 5 key pillars to build a fucking successful projector business, but I will actually do it vice versa. I will talk about it, and then you come on, and then you tell me what you want to do in that area, what offers you want to create, how you want to show up on social media and marketing, what doesn't feel aligned in selling. And we will create, I tell you, a structure and a strategy that works for you. I'm fucking lit up by this because this is how it actually works. Chris is on here, I think, and this is where I recognize that. And even today, with another client, she's like, I was in. She's a 3-5 splenic projector, and she said I was in person, and these people ask me all these questions about health, and this is not replicable online because it's highly personalized and customized. And I say, it is. It is actually, because we can create a membership. You can do Q&As. You can do personalized intakes or questionnaires, and then you can give personal feedback. It's all possible. Like, this is where my third eye conceptualizes super fast. But I cannot give you a concept beforehand and then want to squeeze you in there. It does not work. And so that's why if any other coach is teaching you a concept and tells you you should be doing this or you should be doing that, that's why you don't have the success, and try storytelling or try carousel posts or try this, and suck it. I tell you, it doesn't work. It has to be vice versa. And it's not a surprise because projectors usually see the opposite. And in my world, there's always a possibility. So I'm fucking lit up for everyone who joins next week. If you're not already in and you now know that you have to get unboxed and drop certain shoulds in your business, and really have this expansive conversation with me so that we figure out where you hold yourself back, because you will not, like I had this moment underneath the tree where I said, I want everyone to feel free. This is my desire motivation for all my clients. I want every client of mine, but in particular projectors, feel free to do what the fuck they want and be unapologetic about the pathway and actually the strategy. Really, strategically, they're putting that you know exactly what is working. That's a strategy that is working for you and that you can repeat and scale. Well, that's the goal. But this is in you. Yeah? Tanya's my cheerleader. If you're not in it, you freaking miss it a lot. Yes, and I'm excited. There are also VIP spots. If you want to get on a call with me, you can book the VIP upgrade. Then we have a conversation just one-on-one afterwards and can go even deeper. So you get my full attention. It's a different vibe, absolutely. So I think I feel complete. I'm not sure if we're going to keep this up or put it somewhere else, but definitely there are some shoulds in your life and in your business that need to be burnt down, and you got to be very much expanded. So you can choose to do that alone, okay, or we can do that together. It's your decision. Trust yourself. If you want to join next week, I would be so thrilled to have you. Everybody who's in there, who's in already, let me know in the comments. Come on, let me know. And everyone else, have a happy, yay, have a happy rest of your day. I'm gonna talk to you very, very soon. I hope you you take something with it from it. There's always a different layer of freedom. Jessica's in, yay! So excited. I want to ask you who are not. I want to really have a question for all of you who are not yet signed up. What do you have any questions? Why do you think it's not for you? Any questions? Are you insecure? Are you sitting with it? Are you asking yourself why? Why not? Like, I'm here. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah, me. So good. Yay. Ulrike is also in. Yay. All right. Okay, if you have any questions, send me a message. And other than that, have a great rest of your night. Bye.